this is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling with Platinum versus NXT. This is from March 24th, 2021. And I got to give NXT a little credit here. I thought that they were kind of floundering in the same way that WWE, in particular Raw, was floundering in regards to WrestleMania. But I got to say, NXT made some good strides towards TakeOver. Now, some of this is by happenstance, but a couple of the things seemed like they were actually worked out in advance. Weren't things that were just a matter of so-and-so challenges so-and-so, and we're going to see that match at TakeOver. Things are built up in a proper fashion. They've given themselves a couple more weeks to promote, or a couple more shows at least. And things seem to be moving along very nicely while they're still giving us some pretty good in-ring action for sure. So we open up the show with a look back at last week. We're at the Capitol Wrestling Center, at the Performance Center, of course. Vic Joseph welcomes us, and there's Beth Phoenix, and there's Wade Barrett. We see Adam Cole entering the building earlier today with a security escort, but we start off right off the bat with a match, and a good one. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, the former NXT Women's Tag Champs that didn't even get a defense in, but it is what it is, against Io Shirai, the champion, and Zoe Stark. The right team wins, and the right person beats the right person. Of course, Gonzalez pinning Stark, but then putting a bit of the beat down on Io Shirai. So a good bit of business there. Nothing particularly shocking or surprising, but good bit of business to move us towards TakeOver. We see Adam Cole attacking Kyle O'Reilly at the Gracie School on Tuesday. Sarah Schreiber stops O'Reilly backstage. He's got security. Roderick Strong interrupts and is really rooting for O'Reilly, but O'Reilly says there's no more us, as in there is no more Undisputed Era. And so Strong and O'Reilly stare each other down for a few seconds. Strong is mad at O'Reilly and Cole. LA Knight is backstage in his gear, cuts a promo on Bronson Reed. He says, it's not an insult, it's a fact of life. Gets his catchphrase in there, back to commercial. Again, all of this stuff is moving along very nicely. They're not using any of the lead-ins to commercials that I despise, at least not so far. So we're back from the break. We got the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, Jordan Devlin. He's cutting a promo about his non-title match against Kushida tonight. He says he's going to make an example out of him before facing NXT Cruiserweight Champion Santos Escobar at the TakeOver Stand to Deliver event. I think bringing in the UK guys for NXT to mingle with the NXT in America is brilliant. I think it's really smart. I think the gauntlet thing that they announced tonight is also very smart. And with one of the tag teams champs hurt, they've had to relinquish those titles. So they're going to have a match, three-way match between the three top teams for that at TakeOver. So TakeOver, like I said, is shaping up very nicely. It doesn't feel, it is kind of rushed. But it doesn't feel overly rushed. I'll have to say that. They're doing a good job of kind of marching things along. Now we get the Bronson Reed versus LA Knight match. The right person does not win. I was a little shocked that LA Knight takes the pin here from Bronson Reed, but they are giving Bronson Reed a push. It was a shock, I have to say, that I am surprised that he won. Knight doesn't even get his heat back. He's kind of left there licking his wounds as Reed taunts him from the ring. Here's where they make the announcement about Danny Burch having a separated shoulder. So they're going to have MSK against Legado del Fantasma and the Grizzled Young Veterans to crown new champions at TakeOver. We go to commercial. We got a little video on Walter, the frightening Walter. And we're going to have Walter against Drake Maverick. Oh, Drake Maverick, you about to get killed for later tonight. We got Karrion Kross against the healthy half of the former NXT Tag Champs. And the right person wins. After a really good match, though. But Kross wins. And that's that. And Scarlett joins him. He clutches his shoulder. He's warned by the referee to not attack the man anymore. Then he takes the mic. He talks about Finn Balor, the champion, how he did accidentally knock Scarlett down, but he's saying that he did it on purpose, so he's kind of ginning himself up for this match. Balor slowly walks to the ring. Cross says he showed his weakness last week, and that how he had to learn to be emotionless to win, and that Cross still fights with passion and aggression and emotion, and that's why he's going to make mistakes and lose. He's going to drag him into the cold, deep water, and with no emotion, Balor's going to drown him. It's a really great promo, I have to say. Very exciting, very intense. Takeover logo flashes on the screen. People are feeling this is the main event, and very good job here, NXT. Really good. NXT General Manager William Regal, everybody loves him. He's got a pair of brass knuckles on the desk. Talks about this Gauntlet Eliminator Battle Royal. I think it's a kind of a clever, cute idea. So you got a 12-man Gauntlet Eliminator Battle Royal. So the final 6 in this 12-person Battle Royal, the order where they get thrown out is the order that they'll have to enter this Gauntlet match at Takeover. And then the winner, ultimate winner of the thing, will take on champion Gargano at Takeover Night 2. Nice. Still to come, Walter versus Maverick. Oh, I'm sorry, Drake Maverick. Back to commercial. Great stuff. We're not using the weak, we're walking backstage transitions into commercial, giving us reasons to come back again and again and again just by telling us the next cool thing that's going to happen. Smart. Kushida cuts a promo in Japanese to hype tonight's match with Jordan Devlin. Walter versus Drake Maverick, it's literally 3 moves. Walter drops him. Walter hits him with a power bomb and single leg crab for the squash win. Very impressive. Ciampa, basically, long story short, Ciampa comes out. They fight, but all of Imperium attacks Ciampa. So Walter's kneeling down and shoving his title in Ciampa's face. He says he's going to see Ciampa at Takeover. Get a pre-recorded promo from Pete Dunne on how he's the best. He's going to dominate the Battle Royal next week, and he's going to go on to win the NXT North American title at Takeover. So, I'm sorry, the Battle Royal is next week. It's not night 1 of Takeover. My bad. The announcers show us the earlier video of Robert Stone paying Mercedes Martinez a bunch of money to replace the injured Jessica Mia in tonight's NXT Women's Tag Team Titles match. Dun, dun, dun. We get a sponsored video with Shotzi Blackheart. She's great. Big fan. NXT North American Champion Johnny Gargano, he's backstage. He's not happy about all this stuff going on at TakeOver. He bursts into the general manager's office. He vents about this Gauntlet Eliminator Battle Royal and the Gauntlet Eliminator and the title defense. He said if he's really Johnny Takeover, then he'll have no problem. You better get to studying, bruh. NXT Women's Tag Team Title Match. Mercedes Martinez and Alia versus Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart, who are the champions. Well, the champions win, and they retain. That's the long and short of it. It's a shame they don't really have anything for Mercedes Martinez. It looked like she was going to be in a thing with Io Shirai, but now that's going to be on hold at least until after TakeOver, obviously. Cameron Grimes approaches Roderick Strong. Now that he's internet rich, bitch, he wants to buy the idea of the Undisputed Era. He wants the Undisputed Era's IP to take it to the moon. Strong just punches him with his right hand and leaves. Grimes throw a fit, and a feud is born. Back from commercial. Again, nice little segue into the commercial. We see Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae confronting Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart. Those two ladies want a tag team title shot. And they said they're going to do this on their own terms in their own way. And LeRae and Hartwell walk off. But the seed is planted. The announcers hype the TakeOver Stand and Deliver event, which will be 2 nights. Jordan Devlin against Kushida. It's a good match. And I thought, non-title, maybe Kushida's going to win. But he does not. And that's good. The champ looks good here. Devlin does some stuff. Escobar does some stuff. Knocking people off of the apron. Long story short, this is what leads to Devlin taking advantage and rolling up Kushida for the pin. After the match, Kushida leaps out of the ring and unloads on Wilde and Mendoza for basically distracting him. Devlin gets up and meets him in the middle of the ring with Escobar. They have words. Fans are cheering. Music interrupts. Here comes Shawn Michaels to the ring. Michaels slides a ladder into the ring in between Devlin and Escobar. Ooh, and they raise their titles in the air over the ladder. Looks like we're going to have a ladder match at Takeover. Nice. HBK's music keeps playing. We see Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly making their ring. Whoever booked this part just to have Cole stop and trade looks with Shawn Michaels, it's the kind of thing that's really great. It's a great use of Shawn Michaels setting up a ladder match just by sliding a ladder in and then having this stare down with Cole, who's kind of regarded as the best wrestler there. Really great stuff. Even if a match never comes of it, it's the kind of thing that can take people through a commercial break because they go to commercial here. But more than that, it's just one of those things that people can talk about. You want people talking about your show about something other than what happened bell to bell in a match. It's just more interesting. Back from the break, we got Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. Long story short, they got security there, so they can't get at each other. They're going to have this big match. They both cut really great promos. I won't spoil it. I'll just say that this was a phenomenal way to build up this match, make it important. At one point, they both get up and they're going to try to beat each other up, but they're held together by security. It's just very exciting and a really great job going a long way to setting up the Takeover event, which will be 2 nights WrestleMania week. Good job, NXT. And it's a good thing because you only have a week or 2 more of competing against against AEW head to head. Excuse me. And right now, AEW is doing a lot with very little. They're booking out of strength, but compared to the rest of the WWE, NXT is too. This has been Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling.